Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! Today it's snowing! Yes! Love the snow. Always gotta love the snow. Always, without fail. Snow is love. Snow is life. If you do not agree, we will have to agree to disagree. The best part is, IRL, it's actually snowing for me right now, so that it's just the game matching reality. It's really handy. There's actually some things... Oh, hey Gulliver. There's things I kind of want to talk about today, because I find them personally fascinating. One is food related. Of course it would be. I'm me. Food. Me and food go hand in hand. Come wake up Gulliver. I'll start with the food one. Because, man, I don't want to wake him up now. He was licking all the cookies. I don't want to be floatsome. Can I be jetsome? It just sounds more rugged. Come on, get up. Monkey with a shovel. It's time to get up. Oh, you walk the plank, Ahab. I think you're so smart. Yeah, he's yamming. Come on, Gully. Lay anchor. Check its blood pressure. Who's your provider? Come on. Come on, Gully. It's time to get up. There we go. Ooh, there we go. On your feet, sailor. This isn't our first mystery beach, and it won't be our last. Ugh, swallow the last seawater. Come on, get it together. Talk to the local. Here we go. Hello, stranger. Is it your beach? Your stubborn commitment to shoving me awake tells me yes. Wait, I know you. You're Rusty. No, you're Steven. Hey, have you bathed? As for me, I'm still trapped in will they, won't they relationship with this flirty siren we called the sea. And due to an unfortunate accident that wasn't my fault, probably, I'm shipwrecked. Yes, again. Is it kind of shipwrecked if I don't know where the ship is? I should probably know this. I'll figure that out later. For now, I have to call my ship and summon another rescue. I'll just call using my handy dandy, oh my gosh! My handy dandy communicator is broken. This isn't handy or dandy. Ah, sardines. It's all cracked and busted. Looks like it's missing a few communicator parts too. That means I'll have to wait for my crew to find me on their own. Could take a while. You've got enough nautical puns to last a couple hours. Begging you here, will you help me look for... Yeah, I'll help you. I've got a reception this sweet and bubbly since I was washed up at old Coral Cola. I think that, I don't know what that is the thing. Yeah, he's missing 5 parts. He's always missing 5 parts. There's actually something you can do if you wish to get more rusted parts. And that is not actually help Gulliver. You just keep the parts. You just grab them and you're like, oh no, I don't know where those are. Which does kind of imply that literally every time he washes up here, he needs to buy a new phone. Which I'm honestly not surprised by. I think our coconut trees are really going to cramp our style over here, but I wanted the coconut trees. But yes, food. So, I've tried now twice to make basically a soda ham. Where you... Ooh, power's flickering. Power's flickering. I might pause my recordings for a moment. Okay, I'm just gonna risk it. I am recording in a way that my video files should still save, so I'm recording in MKV. How you doing, Wah? What's the latest? I was like way into the swap. Then it started to get boring. Then I found you, and it's Fab again. Aww. Such a sweet bean. Good morning, Steven. Thanks for coming over to say hi. It's real cool. I made a new friend on the same day I moved. So, got a present for you today. Makes us officially licensed friends now. Alright. A giant vine that I made. Making those is kind of my secret skill, you know. They're greatest decorations too. You can stick them anywhere. That is fair. Can't wait to have lots of nap times around here. Maybe this whole island could nap together at once. It'd be like nighttime, but at some other weirder time, like, man, anytime is weird for this idea, huh? I mean, kinda, but yeah, a giant sleepover doesn't sound so bad. But, yeah, I've tried doing, like, soda hams twice now, where, like, you take basically, like, some soda and you, like, basically baste the ham in the soda. You're gonna mess up my rock, aren't you? No, you're not. Just looking at all the stuff I'm getting. It's my stuff. So I'm the one with the shovel here. But, the first time I did it, used a way too big of a ham. Like, way, way too big. This time, I did up the baste, and because I was asleep, my mother basically did all the cooking side of things. Also used a much smaller ham and more baste, basically. And man, did it turn out really freaking good. So if any of you guys want to try this kind of thing, you want to get yourself a decently sized but kind of small ham. Like, I think the one we had was like a 1.5 kilogram boneless one. Not the best kind, but either cheap. And then, rather than use direct soda, this is a suggestion that I basically am going to give off of what I've been attempting. Because using a regular soda to make your baste means you're dealing with all the carbonation of that soda. But what you could do is buy like a SodaStream Pepsi, and then just use some water and the syrup to make your own soda. And then you don't need to deal with the carbonation, because there is no carbonation to it, unless you actually have like a SodaStream and you squirt some carbonation into it. So, it's pretty handy. I have hiccups, which are not very handy. There's our giant vine. I was gonna put the clothes closet in the house and I just forgot. But, yeah, if you want to do it, basically, what I did for this, for making the base, like the marinade, or whatever you'd call it. I just call it the paste. I ain't no master chef, I just call things as I see them. It was basically, I don't remember exactly how much the bottle holds, but it was to the fill line of the SodaStream bottle, because we have one of those. Pretty handy things. Hey, iron nuggets. It was to that fill line, so I think that's like 600 milliliters of soda. Somewhere around there. Mixed with a cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of honey mustard, and about half a tablespoon of just powdered raw mustard. Mix that all together in a pot, you boil it. The ham stays in like a slow cooker. This is a slow cooker recipe. You basically, you boil, well, you cook the base on the stove in a pot until it starts to boil and caramelize the brown sugar. Then you take it off and pour it over the ham. You want to make sure it doesn't go too far past caramelization, because then it'll start to burn, and you don't want it burnt, you just want it to start to caramelize. You then basically cook it in your slow cooker. It's like 6 to 8 hours on a low heat, or like 2 hours on a high heat. This is assuming a thawed ham. You should always work with thawed, non-frozen stuff in a slow cooker. And it came out really good. Like, a lot better than I was expecting it to. Because like I said, I've done this before. And the time I did it before, it wasn't the best. It was alright, but it wasn't the best. And there's also other recipes where it's like, oh, use like a whole 2-liter bottle. But it's like, I don't think our slow cooker's big enough for that. So, do I have anything on me to sell? I mean, I could sell this clay. I don't really need a bunch of clay. No, I really don't have anything on me to sell. Why do I keep going to sell things? I'm so used to just, that's what I go to the store for. To sell things. I am gonna buy things. I'm gonna buy a mobile. But yeah, I imagine that would actually probably be a pretty decent, like, just baste or marinade for a lot of things. Like, I could really see doing up, like, some veg in that. Like, I imagine that would be pretty good as, like, a stir-fry base. No, nowhere near as much, obviously, but I think it could be actually really nice. We have now spent more bells. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, there is also another thing I wanted to talk about today. And it purely just comes down to, kind of anecdotes and things I've been experiencing lately. The anecdote being, I used to get sleep paralysis, like, constantly. And I think I've talked about this in video before, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I talked about it on stream at some point. I'm pretty sure on that one. I just don't know if I ever talked about it in video. But I used to get sleep paralysis, like, all the time. And my brain would create, basically, the same, more or less, sleep paralysis creation every time. I would call it a demon, but that feels rude. It never really did anything spooky. The only time it ever did something spooky was the last time it showed up. Until recently, it has returned. So, basically, this... I'm gonna see about drawing it at some point. But... basically, the easiest way I can describe it is, like, shadowy, feminine figure. Like, that's really the best way of describing it, because, like, it's sleep paralysis creation. It's not like I can see details, you know? Hey, there's our money rock. So, like, but I've never seen, like, its lower legs. I've only ever seen it from, like, knee up. I don't think it has lower legs. It kind of just floats. But the last time it had showed up until it came back recently, the only time it did something even remotely spooky, because usually it would just kind of be, like, in my doorway kind of thing, or, like, just to, like, the side of, like, off to, like, the side, like, somewhere where, like, it'd be, like, just off to, like, the side, like, by my computer desk or something. It would never be, like, right at my bed. Until the very final time it was there. Where it was right next to my bed. And it felt like it was crawling into my bed with me. And my body reacted the way a lot of male bodies would when a female figure is crawling into bed with them. And then it never came back. It just vanished. And then it didn't come back until recently, so I guess it has forgiven me for that reaction. I still find that just funny, because that's also what I imagine the reaction of a sleep paralysis creature would be upon someone suddenly becoming a bit horny for it, is to just be like, ew, no, and then leave. So, yeah, it doesn't help that I really don't get scared by things, and then, like, this may be a TMI, but most of my audience is older, and I don't really mind mentioning things like this. I have a bit of a thing for monster girls. So, like, it really picked the wrong person if it didn't want that. Like, I just find that very funny. Also, I do want to remind, even though there was just a jump cut about it, if there's another sudden jump cut, my power went out. I don't know if it's going to, but my lights definitely did just flicker. So, that's fun. I swear, every time it's snowing, I just always have to be worried about that. Even though there's barely any snow! Like, how it's snowing in-game here is heavier than it, at least when I was just outside taking the garbage out, how heavy it's snowing in real life. Like, of which you might be wondering why I was taking the garbage out at, like, 9 PM. because, you know, I'm 12 hours behind, so for me it's 10 p.m. now. 10 p.m. on the 8th, to record for the 9th. I actually really like being a day behind like this, or technically a day ahead. It's really nice. Am I really the one that's not at the correct time, or are you guys just all 12 hours behind me? Mostly because, like, today is my 9th, because of how I'm awake. It's great. Alright. Get this as big as it goes. Get a nice big boy. Let's get this other one. I'm testing my theory. But yeah, I do want to try drawing my sleep paralysis thing. Like, I don't know what to call it, because I don't want to call it a demon. That feels rude. It's like, she's never done anything malicious. Like, she's just kind of been there. And, like, I've had sleep paralysis so often that, like, it doesn't faze me anymore. It's just a case of, like, oh, I just can't move. Alright. Like, yeah, the first few times I had it, yeah, it was really kind of jarring and spooky to be like, oh, I can't move, but I am awake and I'm seeing things. You know. So I didn't even see things at first. Like, it took, like, 3 or 4 times before I even started seeing things. Let's try it. Gonna have pure snowfolk perfection. Yeah! The real deal. I know how to build a snow person. Yeah! Okay, I'm just gonna go for, like, making really big ones. I can make a snow person head now. Oh, man. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious if any of you guys have ever had anything even remotely similar happen in regards to sleep paralysis. I doubt it was as eventful in that sort of way. Like, because I do, like, I've heard tales from a lot of people of how, like, it really, like, will freak them out and, like, you know, they, like, the things they see are, like, really freaky, and then there's just me in the corner, like, is she kind of cute, though? Like, I know I'm weird. Okay, let's open this message in a bottle. To whomever this may be, I've grown wary of the run-of-the-mill furniture, so I've designed a DIY furniture recipe sure to inspire. Can't keep this idea to myself, so I've placed it in this bottle. Do please consider making it. Faraway wishes, Opal. Ooh, I've heard of Opal. Bamboo shelf. Neat. I don't have any bamboo. I also don't have a shovel, so I can't dig up that oyster. Well, the communicator part more accurately. Let's get over to the Nooklings. Because it's snowing, / aka raining, I don't actually need to water our carrots today, so that's pretty handy. Once I start getting flower paths all over the place, I'm going to be dreading it to be snowing or raining, because, like, there's going to be so many flowers everywhere, all through my paths. I will buy the shovel. Let's see. Got some saplings. Not seeing anything new here. Okay. Now I gotta go upgrade the shovel, and then I can go back to hunting for communicator parts. Okay, the major issue I'm having with the thought of, like, oh man, I want to try drawing what I see in my sleep paralysis is, like, part of me is like, I don't want to draw her not good looking, you know? Like, what I mean by that is, like, I want to draw her well. I mean, to me, she's good looking, but it's beside the point. I want to make sure that I actually can, like, accurately draw her and have her not look just like I drew her, basically. I'm not great at drawing anymore. I used to be pretty okay, but I'm really not anymore. It's a bit of a shame, honestly. To be fair, it's mostly just because I haven't drawn much since, like, 2012, 2013. Like, it's been a really long time since I really sat down and drew a lot. I've been trying to draw more, and I've posted to the community tab a few of the things I've drawn. Like, a lot of it is just learning how to draw with an art tablet. It's not easy. I don't know how people do it. Art tablets are weird. They're hard to work with. Like, I'm used to the feedback of a pencil. And you just don't get that with an art tablet. Tifa is asleep. Let's wake her up. It's not good to be sleeping standing up. 33 encores, but our guitars got what? Yeah, I better look kinda dumb. I got enough sleep, but I guess not. No, you're no dumb. Oh. No, I just want to chat. It's a bizarre dream last night, like real bizarre. Check it out. In the dream, I'd just written a top-selling book called Frog Yellin' You Know. The whole book was just 5,988 pages of you know written over and over and over. And then I'm at a book sign, and folks are lined up for miles, and they only want their book signed, you know. And I'm like, that's what you want me to sign with? You've got over 1,000 pages of you know. Anyway, I'm thinking the dream was my brain's way of asking me to say you know less, but nah. Could very well have been. She pulls out the book of you know. Turns out it's something she's actually been writing. Let's come and see Caroline. Glad you started your day by visiting me, Hula. Let's talk. I have a question for you. Don't overthink your answer. You're about to enjoy a cup of tea, so what kind of tea are you having? Green tea. I've read that how you answer is supposed to say something about how things are going in your life. I think choosing green tea means everyone you know has been relying on you so much you're exhausted. I care about you a lot, so if that's true and you're having a hard time, you know I'm here for you. Aww. Nah, people can't rely on me enough. It's just how I am. Okay, we do have stuff, so let's pop in and see our Nook Miles. We do need to craft stuff. We need to go diving. We need to plant a tree, catch a common butterfly, sell clumps of weeds. Oh, we actually have more stuff. What else do we have? Throw in collection. Aware the furniture and clothing you buy is added to your Nook shopping catalog, yes? Were you also aware that you can earn miles for a large catalog? Well, you certainly are aware now. Yeah, we have exactly 100 things now. That's pretty nice. Neat. Let's actually come put stuff away into storage. I kind of want to go to some islands today. We do need to get our fossils identified and donated and any duplicates sold, but... I also still need to finish helping Gulliver. I need to remember to do that. And we also need to pay off our home loan, which I think I could do, like, tomorrow. I mean, obviously we can't do it today, but I'm pretty sure I can do it tomorrow, so... Let's get all our fossils just, like, in one place. I'm gonna put the large snowflake away. I'm gonna put the clay away. I don't need stones. I don't need gold nuggets. I don't need more than 30 iron nuggets. Alright, we need 2 more communicator parts. And then we can go to a deserted island. Let's see. Got any dig spots on this bit of beach? Probably not, because there's not really much beach. I've always been curious, but not curious enough to even look it up, like, what causes sleep paralysis. Because, like, I also have this weird thing that my brain will do, where the only real way I can describe it is it's basically sleep paralysis, but before I've actually gone to sleep. Where, like, I will be laying in bed with my eyes closed, still able to, like, hear around me, but I'm not able to see around me anymore. But I can also see and hear a dream starting. If that makes any sense. Like, I'll be basically dreaming, but I'm still awake and able to, like, hear people coming to the washroom down here, hear the noise I have on my computer, hear Frisk moving around, you know. Oh, Curly's DIYing again. He really likes his DIY. For Timon, come on in, come take a look. What is it? I can't believe it. I made a crown. So jogging the other day and somewhere around the 53rd mile, inspiration just hit him. Yeah, I'll gladly. Teach me. Well, I could, or I could give you this paper I wrote the recipe on. I vote for the paper. I do as well. As long as you can read my handwriting, you got this. I don't even know what that is. It's apparently a crown. I'm sure the King of all Cosmos would appreciate it. So what is this? Oh, it's a flower crown. Okay. That's pretty cute. I like that. Now, let's go get our fossils identified. Pop in see Blathers. The Blathery boy. Man, I never noticed how much you can see reflected in my glasses. There's a lot you can see down there. Really nothing I'm worried about people seeing, so. I mean, my main desktop background's a little risque, but most of that's covered by other stuff, so. And even it's still safe for work, just risque. Just found something that's not yet part of the collection. But not everything is. Wow, we are already getting duplicates. There is a lot of fossils, and for us to already be getting duplicates is rather funny. Oh, let's donate. Ankylosed torso, stego skull, and a parasaur torso. So it's just the acanthostega. Yes, you shall take all of them. Yep, that's everything. I mean, I could make you tell me about the other stego thing, but I'm pretty sure you've already done that. So, you know. Now, let's get down to Gulliver. Because our resident seagull does require his communicator parts. Got him right here. There's your communicator parts. Them, these are definitely my communicator parts. Come here, you little troublemakers. Yeah, you spin. See if the thing can send a message. Hey there, crew. It's me, your brother from another rudder. So listen, it happened again. Can you swing by and pick me up? Send my coordinates now. Gulliver over and out. Yeah, this should do it. You're the best. Thanks for all your help. Promise to return the favor. Be sure to check your mail in a few days and you'll see something that'll knock your flippers off. Make sure to put some flippers on before you open it. What you can do is pace back and forth for the next few hours. Yeah, you better get started on that. Okay, well, I could sell this now, but I'm probably going to end up with other things to sell. So, I'm pretty sure I just need sticks, iron, and hardwood. So, the hardwood gives me a shovel, so. I need regular wood, but I can just bonk a tree if I really need it. So, let's come go to Smilance. I did not do this anywhere near enough in New Leaf, going to the island there. In my defense, the New Leaf Island is always the same. And these ones are different. I do like how these islands are different, and, like, you can encounter You can encounter villagers out there, and like you can talk to people. I don't think I can have anyone else move in for the time being, so I'm just gonna talk to everybody once instead of like talking to them multiple times and like being like, hey, you should move to my place. I might be able to get more people moving in, but like I don't really know. I'm waiting for the resident center to upgrade and Nook to get me to build more stuff. Dodo 1, this is Dodo Tower. Yeah, what would dodos do? I mean, walk in circles is a pretty accurate thing, I imagine. 2 down, dock to the target island. Delta Oscar, Delta Dio. Oh, Dodo. Okay. Catch some bees and chop some trees. Nah, I just wanna... Ooh, this is actually a pretty handy rock. Because I don't need to actually dig anywhere around it. There's just water I can back up against. Though I'm not quite centered. But still get everything. More pears. Pears and coconuts. Let's see. I do kind of want these flowers. I could also gather up coconuts. I don't even know what I plan on doing on these islands. I think I might fish on this one. Because it does have a lot of river. I do like me river. And I will not recreate the meme of literally showing up at one of these islands and literally just absolutely annihilating it and taking all of the resources. I'm not like that. I like leaving them more or less how I found them, but that's more or less just kind of how I am as a person. I am that weird person that, like, if I go to, say, like, a bookstore or a library, if I take something off the shelf, it is going back exactly where I took it off the shelf from. Like, it is not being moved. I'm putting it back exactly where it was. Because it was put there for a reason. I'm putting it back. I'm not just gonna set it back up on the shelf or hand it to, like, an employee or a librarian to put up. No, I got it off the shelf. I'm a big boy. I can put it back myself. I think the only thing I don't go that anal on is, shopping carts. I don't put those back exactly where I got them from. But that's generally because putting them back exactly... Oh yeah, I did a jump. Putting them back exactly where you got them from is inconvenient for everybody. So, I'd rather just put them in like a little shopping corral. If I even grab a shopping cart. I honestly, as much as stores don't do them anymore, I greatly preferred the little shopping baskets. But like, I know why they don't really do them anymore, and it was just too much work during the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Anyone who doesn't watch Game Grumps doesn't know what I'm referring to, but the events of 2020 and later years, end of 2019, 2020, those events, the events that if I mention, YouTube will hate my video. For understandable reasons, given there was a lot of people spreading a lot of misinformation around. I know they mostly stopped doing them back then, and like I miss those little baskets. Like, those were so handy, especially for someone like me. Like, when I am going into like a store to shop, I'm not after much. I'm usually after a couple things. I don't need a whole shopping cart for, like, things I could probably carry in my hands. It's just the basket makes it easier. Also, man, I am really bad at fishing today. I should really just go off the vibration. I wish I could turn up the vibration. Maybe there is a way. Is there, like, options in here? No, there isn't. If there is a way to, like, turn up the vibration, that would be really nice to know. I do not know a way of doing that. It's like, it's so slight. Caught an empty can? It's an empty can't be repurposed. I'm still gonna sell it because, I mean, I live in enough garbage already. My desk is a nightmare. I really need to at some point just like sit down and clean my desk. But like I've just got so much stuff everywhere. I'm just like, I could, or I could just keep shoving it. Shoving it works. Itchy. Man, there is a lot of fish on this island. I made the right choice. I think this is a new fish. It is! It's a crucian carp. My skills are sharp. But not at playing the harp. Or dealing with a tarp. I can't think of any other rhymes that are actual words. I don't know why my brain likes rhyming lately. It just kind of does. I still hate poetry, though, so... But, honestly, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. Like, I'm pretty sure the only reason I really hate poetry and, like, just really don't like it was how forced it was in school. And, like, I imagine that's also probably why a lot of people don't like reading. Or think they don't like reading. It's just, like, how forced a lot of things are in school. Where it's like, oh man, read this super specific book. And it's like, okay, but that book is very uninteresting to most people. Like, I loved The Giver, but I could very much see why a lot of people wouldn't have liked The Giver. You know, the book was definitely too short. But like that's just an easy example there of like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that I went to school with that probably do not like The Giver. And that was a forced book. We had to read and then do, like, little book reports on. And it's like, okay, I understand that is easier for a teacher. But also, at the same time, I do have to wonder how objective a teacher can be when they're grading, like, 30 of the exact same book's report. Because after a while, they're going to have seen the same talking points so much that I imagine their own objectiveness is going to start going out the window. Which really calls into question doing mass book reports in the first place. And again, I understand that is for the ease of the teacher more than anything, because, well, it is the same book. The teacher knows roughly what to expect if you read the book. I messed that up. But, like, it's also just, like, super dull for everybody involved. And also really doesn't get a lot of kids, like, creative juices flowing. Because, like, sure, you could probably read The Giver, write a book report on it, and it would be a thing. Like, anyone could probably do that. But, like, would it actually be an interesting book report in any capacity? I don't think it would be. Because, like, trash fishing. Work extra hard to keep our island clean, even going as far as to fish up trash out of our lovely waters. You're getting some nook miles for keeping the island extra tidy. Yes, yes. Untossable trash. I'm very tossable trash. Okay. Well, I say that. People would probably have a pretty hard time tossing me, but, you know. Yep, my inventory's full. I gotta go, so I'm good to go. But, at the same time, like, I imagine, say, I don't know what you guys' favorite books are, but if you could pick, like, a favorite book and write a book report on that, I can't help but feel your book report would be a lot more interesting, a lot more detailed, and a lot more creative. The exception there being if you like The Giver, then obviously you'd be able to write a pretty good book report on that. But at that point, just imagine a book that you don't like. You know. So I saw you, common butterfly. Yeah. I'll just let it go. I don't need it. But I need the Nook Miles. Yeah. The same Nook Miles as selling 20 weeds. Wait, what is that one? Oops. Oh, sell a hot item. Okay. I could actually check what the hot item is. That can be a decent way of making money if it's a craftable thing. Because you just craft a bunch of it and then sell it. Like, pretty easy way to make some money. Ooh. I have donations. I don't know how many. I wasn't paying attention. I got one. Crucian carp. Crucial carp. Woohoo! Why, this is a Crucian carp. Am I sharing a few fascinating facts about your Crucian carp? Yes, please. Wonderful, I would love nothing more. I wonder, do you know how to tell the difference between a Crucian carp and its standard issue carp? No? It's quite easy to tell the two apart. One must simply locate the barbels, or rather, the lack of them. This was a barbel, you ask? Well, a barbel looks something like a mustache. A run-of-the-mill carp will sport this unsightly facial hair, while a Crucian carp is considerably better groomed. I tried to grow a mustache when I was younger, it never did feeling quite right. I know that one, Blathers. I know that one. All the best in the end, as mustaches go so much better with noses than beaks. And there you have it. Fascinating stuff, no? Rest assured, all donations are displayed in a timely manner. But yeah, I do. My facial hair is funny. Like, when you really stop to look at it, like, I've got this little gap here, right? I've also got this little tuft of hair down here, and that's all it is a little tuft of hair. That is the perfect size that would fill in this little gap. It's like it just went, boop. It's great. I mean, a lot of this is just because I'm too lazy to shave. Wooden chests. Maybe we could actually make the wooden chest. I just don't know if it's worth making. That's the main quandary here. Is it worth making? Now, let's get all of these fish sold. Let's sell the empty can, sell that. Gonna hang on to the resources other than the weeds. 5,000 bells. Heck yeah. Yeah, we could definitely pay off our home loan. So that's pretty nice. We'll be able to do that, like, tomorrow. So, do I want to do that this week, or do I want to save and buy turnips? Because I could wait and buy turnips on Sunday, which isn't that terribly far away. Let's see what it would take to make a wooden chest. Let's craft. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not worth it. We don't have anywhere near enough wood for that. So that ain't gonna happen. Like, if it rolls over to, where is it? Like, either of these are pretty nice because they don't really use that many iron nuggets. I do really want to make one of these, but that requires regular wood, and I don't really have any. I mean, I could bunk some fruit trees. That would help. I was gonna do a second little deserted island, but I think I'm pretty good. I'm more just worried that the power's gonna go out, so I don't want to spend terribly forever recording, because I do still need to edit tonight, and I do have more recording I should do tonight. I don't need to do it tonight, but I should do it tonight. So I'm just gonna wait to make sure the power doesn't go out. Hang on to my Nook Miles ticket. We might go to another island tomorrow. Let's actually poke through our furniture. We're getting a nice supply of stuff. You know, I don't think I actually want that clothes closet. It's a bit gaudy. You know what? No, we'll get these out. We're gonna put that down. How does this open? Oh, it's one of those ones. Okay. It's got a zipper. And we'll put the inflatable sofa right there. How does this work? Oh, it's a bed. I don't know what to think of that. I'm gonna put that back into storage. We do got this, which, you know, is you know, it's planets and stars and stuff. That's kind of like the outdoorsy look we got going on. Let's see, what else do we got in here that we can put out? You know what, let's put the giant vine down. There's no room. Is it that big? Oh, jeez. It is called a giant vine. That should have gone without saying that it was going to be really big. But there we go. Now let's hop into our cot. I will not get some sleep. I just want to lay here. With that, I thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then! And now in this end card, I'd like to ask if you liked the video, hey, could you hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? That'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.